So far as the proposals in the two bills are concerned, I have one or two suggestions to make. One is as regards the capital gains tax. Most of the exemptions that were in the previous act have been removed, but I feel that so far as capital gains in respect of compulsory acquisition by government is concerned, that should still continue to be exempted. When a person sells his capital asset and makes a gain, which is called unearned profit, he may be taxed and perhaps he will have no justification in raising any objection. But when a property is acquired which he does not want to sell, but which is acquired under compulsion at the instance of the government for the use of the government, in the case of such a compulsory acquisition, there is no real justification for making the man pay capital gains tax also, especially when he never wanted to part with his property, and in fact he objected thereto, but had to part with it because the authorities wanted him to do that. That is one small suggestion so far as capital gains tax is concerned, and I think in a case where compulsory acquisition takes place, it is for the government to consider whether or not they will think to give relief to the unfortunate person who may have to part with his property in spite of himself. Another suggestion that I have to make is that so far as compulsory deposit is concerned, the people who are conservative and who have put in careful and prudent management and have built up resources generally use them for the purpose of increasing the volume of business and stabilizing the position of the company. But here the position is just as if you are going to penalize those companies which have prudently managed, which have been managed in a conservative manner, and which have not frittered away their resources. Some consideration should be shown to such companies that have built up resources and have utilized them in expanding their business, to say that they may not be called upon to put in these compulsory deposits. Otherwise, wasteful expenditure will be encouraged, and the management which have not been taking proper care for conserving their resources will get a premium. Then my friend said that equity shares had increased in value to the extent of 150 times depending on the number of years. Here the dividend that is going to be taxed is on the basis of the paid up capital, which does not take into account the reserves built up over a number of years.